So I know a lot of you are homeschooling now who maybe haven't in the past, and encountering some challenges, especially with what's going on right now. So I wanted to just share a few things that had worked for me that I hope would help you out. So I wanted to share the great incentive that we came up with for helping kids not only more easily get out of bed in the mornings to get ready for school, but they would actually wake each other up so that they would be on time for school. So that was fabulous. That was an unexpected, fabulous win from something so simple. So here's what we did. If you can read this, it says computer tickets, computer ticket, X number of minutes. I think I started out at 15 minutes, and I'll get into what that did. One unusual consequence, but it was all good. So the rule was they have to get up on time. They have to get up, be dressed, have their books. They had bins. They each had a bin that had their books and their pencils and things. So they had to be on the couch with their bins ready to go at 8 o'clock. And if they were, then they would get a computer ticket. So this was a big hit, doing the computer tickets. And they could also earn them for coming back from recess on time, which they always did, but this way there was no delay. Nobody dragged their feet about coming back into the house to do school again. They would just, as soon as I yelled out the door, okay, recess is over, then they would just go running for the house. And so the way they would spend their tickets is they would have assignments for the day that they needed to finish. And so when they were done with their assignments for the day, we did do it on a schedule, so we had school basically lined up with the public school times. You don't have to do that. That's just what worked best for us, and that way when kids were able to play outside with their friends, they were done at the same time as their friends who came home from school. And we could talk later about some of the other great things you can do with homeschooling that you can't do with public school. But in our case, we had a set time, pretty much. It was pretty much 3 p.m., I think, at that point, was matching the kids at the other schools. And so if they finished their school assignments for the day, so let's say they finished at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, then they could read books or do whatever, or they could spend their computer tickets, go jump on the computer and play games. And I had Math Blaster and some other Night at the Museum, I think it was called, actually, before that movie came out. And so they could, cash in their computer tickets and spend that time on the computer. So they amassed so many computer tickets so quickly. I really didn't expect I didn't expect this kind of success from these tickets. And so I was like, what am I going to do? I mean, they can't just sit on the computer for 6 hours a day. Plus, there's not enough school time to let them do that, so they could go on into the evening, but you have to do something else. And I didn't want these to lose their ability to get people out of bed on time, or back from recess on time. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to let them buy a new game using their computer tickets. So I put a jar in the kitchen. I bought a game. It was another Math Blaster game. And so I propped it up. It was like $15 or something like that for the game, and I figured this will take a month for them to buy this. So I said, it's going to take, I don't remember what the price was I set on it. I don't think it was 15 hours, but anyway. So I said, when it's time, you can either cash in your ticket and go on the computer and play games, or you can put your tickets in the jar and try to buy this game. Well, they just started putting all of their tickets into the jar, and they bought the game in like a week. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't afford to keep buying that many games. But still, success. It was a huge success. this kept its value for them, and that's the important thing. And so that's something else I want to talk about. It's very important. You cannot take these away as punishment. If you use this system for any kind of a discipline or something outside of what it's intended for, you'll break the whole thing. It won't work anymore. So you need to make sure that both parents are on board at the beginning and saying, nobody has the right to take any points away from kids when they've earned points. The points are in the bank. They get to spend them. That's the reward they get for doing well. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. If you find this helpful, let me know, because I was thinking I could do some also about some cool stuff about book reading, some things about learning styles, very important to know and understand, some things about helping kids become good spellers, and also building vocabulary, and some history stuff that was super cool and fun, and a little bit of science stuff. So let me know what you're interested in, if you'd be interested in seeing more of these. And yeah, and if you want, let me know. I can always make a sheet of these for you to print off and share and use with your kids. So, and I'd also love to hear if you do this, if it works for you. I'd love to hear that. Okay, thanks. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.